I'd like to start by getting a quick show of hands of anyone who's ever tried to give something up. And I want you to keep your hand up if you succeeded without any help from anyone else. So we know from personal experience that changing patterns of behaviour can be really hard, and we tend to rely on our friends, family and colleagues to help us out, even if they're not always successful, like the time I tried hiding the chocolates from my husband. And if we ask these kind of questions in criminology, we see exactly the same thing. There's just over 85,000 people in prison in this country, and research suggests that at least 80% of those people want to stop offending and go straight. Yet less than 20% will successfully follow through on that decision. That means that over 50,000 of them will continue to be trapped in a cycle of offending, conviction and imprisonment, costing the taxpayer a huge amount of money, putting all of us at greater risk of victimisation, and seriously damaging their own quality of life. So where does my research fit into all this? Well, I'm looking at the aims of the criminal justice system and the way it operates in practice, and using my background in legal theory to ask two questions. Firstly, what could we be doing to help people who want to go straight? And secondly, what should we be doing? Or in other words, how can we safeguard against abusing the enormous amount of power the state has over offenders? In my thesis, I argue that both of these questions are equally important. If the system doesn't aim to reduce offending, then what's the point in having it at all? On the other hand, if it doesn't treat people fairly and consistently, then can it really be called the criminal justice system? So the challenge we're left with is working out the best way to balance the desire to do good against the need to do justice. Well, in order to do this, my thesis separates the process of sentencing from all the other ways in which the criminal justice system engages with offenders. I argue that in sentencing, we need to prioritise justice, or we risk returning to the situation we've sometimes had in the past, where offenders are treated more as objects than as people. Beyond sentencing, however, I argue that we need to be helping, supporting and encouraging each individual's efforts to go straight. If the sentence is fair, then justice has been done, and we're free to help people through education, mentoring, counselling and many more schemes. So the next time you see a headline like this, think back to those first two questions and ask yourself, could you go straight if you had to go it alone?